Dallas Regional Medical Hospital, Mesquite, Texas. Everybody needs to share this video. Black women are not treated fairly. Black women are not treated equally. This is insane and inhumane, and it must stop.
This is your third pregnancy?
Yes!
You have two babies
It's
at
in
home?
my ass!
You have two babies at home? Who's your doctor?
Lang is her doctor. Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
It was the first time of vision for you. My last name is Jones. She's G3B2. I'm not sure when her due date is.
Her due
I
date
just
is the
said it
10th.
was the 10th.
I think her due date is the 10th.
She got 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home.
Two unfortunately to call it in 2 minutes.
I bet y'all listen next time. When you found out you was delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Thank you.
Everybody say how they treat people here.
Ma'am,
Yes.
are you able to call the anesthesiologist?
Someone is coming to take you to labor and delivery.
That's not what I asked.
I cannot, no.
What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal? What's the deal? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So first and foremost, I'd like to say I hope all of y'all are vibrating at a high frequency, not letting no negative energy stop y'all positive energy, and not letting the species that we have on this planet disturb your peace or any gang stalkers or anything like that, right? Because we know who's doing all of the harassment, right? So as you can see, we need to stop giving these beings, the species, the complex cell organism, the inorganic species, the non-sun people. We need to stop giving them access to our species, right? Because you have to understand, these beings, they do not have a soul, man. They don't have a soul, and we need to stop giving them access to our people, to our kids, to our education system, healthcare, etc. Because you have to know these people do not have a soul, man. They don't have no soul in their body. They don't have no soul. They were created by evil, right? And more and more people are starting to awaken and see the true colors of this species, right? The true colors of this species, because on this planet, all of the attention is on black people, bro. All of the attention is on black people. So a lady like this will get overlooked, and she'll be able to be a doctor, etc., because of her skin complexion, not even knowing that inside she has a whole lot of evil. How you gonna have somebody pregnant right there, and you just sitting there, listening to them go through contractions before they give birth, or go through any pain that they're going through before they give birth? How can you just sit there and just listen to that shit? You know what I'm saying? They don't have no soul, right? And this is what we have to deal with on this planet. So we have to just bring awareness to this, bring awareness to that they're different species. We don't need to have them birthing our children. We don't need to have them judging us. We don't need to have them enforcing laws over our people. We do not need to be around these beings at all. We need to bring more and more and more awareness to the fact that they are different from us, so our people can realize this, and we can try to get some separation or some segregation, right? Because people hear segregation and they feel, oh, no, we don't want to. We need to be segregated from these people. We do not need to be nowhere near these people. They are different from us in every way. Only thing that's similar is the way that they're physical vessels. They have the same arms, legs, etc. We are two different species. And once my people are aware of this, we will be able to move throughout this planet without having to depend on them or have them in our lives, in our energy, etc. We don't need to have no white cops, no Mexican cops, none of that policing no black communities. We don't need to have no white doctor. over no black families, etc. Because this is what happens, and it's new energy on the planet, right? Everybody is being activated to their natural self, and these people, their natural self is multiple different animals' genetics, right? Multiple different animals' genetics. These people were created by evil, right? They were created by evil. You can't. That's why I told you I made a live previously saying five things black people can do to around the inorganic species to protect your. I forgot the exact name of what I said on that video, but it's 5 things you can do to protect your energy around a species, right? And one of those things is not to acknowledge them, right? But we don't need to be giving these people no access, because most people haven't had their awakening yet. Once people start to have their awakening, they will see that it's a difference spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, etc. between us and them. We do not need to be nowhere around these beings. A lot of people cannot see this because they're under the religion spell. That religion shit is a spell to have you feel like. So, for instance, the religion shit will have people seeing a video like this and be like, oh, well, it wasn't like that, this and that. But now it's starting to get more obvious. They're starting to exhibit their behavior more and more. So more and my black people are starting to see this shit. But the religion and all that shit is to have you like, oh, well, forgive her and we'll pray for her and all that shit. No, we need to be separated from these people. We need to constantly spread awareness and information to our people, to our black people, so they can see this. These beings are evil. They are evil. And when you start having your awakening, you wake up and you start realizing this, you start spreading this. Even if you don't even try to spread the information, you may have an awakening and you realize that this same species, these same people are going around harassing you, and even going around harassing other black people, this species, because they don't want people to wake up. They don't want people to wake up and realize that, oh, we're different from white people and Mexicans and Asians. Black people are different. They want us to feel like we are all the same. So we have to go to a doctor. We got a Mexican doctor, a Caucasian doctor, and your mom, your sister, etc. is about to give birth, or your wife, right? And they sitting there letting her go through all of this excruciating pain, right? Because they don't have no soul. And they're just vessels. They're just vessels to be inhabited by these low vibrational spirits. So they can use that vessel and cause some low vibrational energy and feed off of that. Right? And feed off of it. These people do not have a soul. And it's nothing that we can do. It is something that we can do. But as of now, what we need to do is bring awareness to this. Bring awareness that they are a different species. They're different from us. They have a different thinking capacity. They have a different psychological behavior. All of this shit, they're different from us, right? And once more of our people know that they are different from us, we will not give these beings a chance. Because after that video, the video I screen recorded from another content creator's page, and they had a white woman after that saying that she felt bad for all that. No, fuck you. We do not trust your speed. We cannot trust these people. We cannot. It don't matter if you have to understand, white women are worse than white men because they are more manipulative, right? They're like the females of this species are worse. Like, say for instance, if you have a Mexican that don't like black people, Mexican man that don't like black people, the Mexican woman that don't like black people is worse than the Mexican man that does not like black people, because that Mexican woman that does not like black people can manipulate others, can manipulate even the black person, etc. Right? So these women of their species are worse than the men. The men and all that shit, they're more aggressive, etc., more violent. But the women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women, they're real sneaky. These motherfuckers are real sneaky, and they do a lot of soulless shit. And my people can't even comprehend some of the shit that they will do because my people have a soul. So black people are like, well, I wouldn't do no shit like that. I wouldn't do that. Of course you wouldn't do it because you have a soul. So you like, oh, I wouldn't let nobody sit there in excruciating pain while they're about to give birth. I wouldn't do that because you have a soul. You couldn't imagine somebody doing that shit. They don't have a soul, so they do a lot of soulless shit. And we have to be aware that they do not have a soul. And it's not like me saying they don't have a soul. Like, yeah, they can't dance or they can't catch the beat. That's ignorance. I'm talking about the science behind their species. They don't have a soul. They don't have the ability with their genetics to be compassionate, to be caring, to be loving. They don't have that. They don't have that within them. They can fake it, right? But they don't have that within them. And the more of my people that see this, we have to just constantly When shit like this pops up, share the shit, record it, document it, share it to your platform so more of our people can see this. Because they are all like this. We can't have no one white woman doing that, and then we see another white woman, and it's not like we're gonna see another white woman and just be like, oh yeah, fuck you, this and that. But we cannot trust these people. Because before I cut the clip right now, it was another white woman I was about to get on and saying, oh, that was messed up and this and that. We cannot trust their species. We can't. Because these motherfuckers were created to do just what they are doing. You see a dog barking and all that shit, barking. That's what the dog was created to do. These people were created to be evil and to try to fuck with black people, bro. Let me find a better word, because fuck with sounds like an emotional, just, oh, fuck with, you're fucking with black people. They were created to keep us vibrating at this low frequency. You know what I'm saying? To try to destroy us, bro. You know? And they've been given privilege on this planet. We have to know that they are a different species. We need to try to avoid any giving them any access. I told y'all the video to avoid any interactions with them, right? Don't let them prepare your food. Don't trust none of these people. You can't. All that, oh, I don't want to sound messed up. I don't want to sound racist. Fuck all that shit. They are a different species than us. They are different from us. You can't trust them, right? You have to think about it. What if you are Caucasian and you knew you can do some bullshit and you possibly can get away with this shit? Because the system is set up in your favor. If you were living like that, after a while, you would be like, damn, I can get away with this, I can get away with that. You would just start doing all type of shit because you know you can get away with that shit. Black people don't do a lot of bullshit because we know we're not going to get away with that shit. We'll fuck around and get blamed for some shit that we're not even doing, right? We'll fuck around and get blamed for some shit that we're not even doing. But these motherfuckers, that's why when you see white people get in trouble and all that shit, get arrested, it's for heinous shit. It's not for like a nigga get arrested robbing a motherfucking house, hitting a house lick, or doing some shit, you know, robbing somebody or busting on a motherfucker, attempted murder, something like that. The Caucasian will get arrested. This motherfucker will be caught with bodies in their house, kids caged up and all this shit in the basement, all this just crazy ass shit because they get away with a lot of bullshit, bro. So when they do get caught, it's for some real shit. They don't have no fucking soul, right? And a lot of black women die when they give birth because these motherfuckers are the doctors and the nurses. The species. I'm not going to say no white bitch, no ex-Mexican bitch, none of that. I'm going to say they're species. They're different species. We need to be separated from these beings. And it's not much we can do right now because we're under this. Most people are. The matrix is crumbling, though. This shit's breaking, it's failing. People are waking up. It's not much that we can do. Like immediately, like, okay, we're gonna get out, stop going to their school, stop going to their shit, all this shit, right? But right now, what we can do is bring awareness to this shit, because it starts with the information, right? Before you do anything, before a motherfucker go rob a bank, hit a lick, do anything, they plan it out. It starts with the information. You're not gonna just be like, okay, yeah, we about to go run into this bank and we about to do this shit right now on the way to the bank. No, you're gonna plan this shit out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to plan it out. So it starts with the information. It starts with the awareness, bringing awareness to these beings and their behavior. Because the news is not going to cover this shit, bro. The news is going to constantly say, oh, yeah, trying to make it seem like these people are just angels. They are fucking devils. You got reptilians walking around this bitch, and you would think it's a white bitch. It's a whole reptilian. That could have been the whole reptilian right there feeding off of that woman's energy, her pain. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be aware of this shit. We have to bring awareness to this shit, that they are a different species. They are not to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? And our people are waking up, bro. I love this shit. I'm glad I'm on this planet at this time right now. Whatever I'm going through, whatever struggle I'm facing, as long as I'm on this planet and I'm black, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll get through whatever. Because I got this neuromelanin on my body so I can manifest myself out of any situation. I just have to avoid the inorganic species. And when you're aware of this shit, that's when you start getting gang stalked. When you're aware that there are different species, that they lower your frequency, lower your vibration just being around them, you start getting gang stalked. You might already be getting gang stalked. But besides all the gang stalk, and the gang stalking shit is by the inorganic species. It's not nobody black organizing this shit. It's them. It's them. And they're puppets for the fucking, these reptilians. The government and all that shit, they're puppets, bro. The motherfuckers that are really running this matrix, we don't even have an idea. We don't have never seen these people, these beings, in their real form. We probably seen them on TV, a politician making some laws that have you like, what the fuck? And now you got all this negative energy coming off your aura, and they feed off of that negative energy. You know what I'm saying? We never seen the people that's running this matrix. All this government official, Donald Trump, these are fucking puppets. Just like if you was selling some weed or if you was a boss or owner of a company, you're going to hire a supervisor and a manager. And you hire a supervisor, the supervisor hires a manager. You don't even see the supervisor, you see the manager. You don't even see the supervisor, let alone the owner of the company, right? So we seeing these beings and they're doing the shit for these not necessarily saying that all of them are doing the shit but the government and all that shit, all of these organizations, these are puppets. You know what I'm saying? They're puppets. They're working for these fucking reptilians, right? And besides that, and it's not no besides that, we have to be aware, and we have to constantly share information to our people, bro. Whether it's something small, saying that we can't eat this food, we're different from them, they eat this food. We have to share this information with our people. Share it to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Share this to our people so our people can know they are different from us. This shit needs to be known. You know what I'm saying? Because once everybody is aware that they are different species, shit like this will stop happening. So imagine that black lady knew that this lady's a different species, this doctor's a different species. I can't trust this doctor. She would not have been in that situation because she would not have gave that lady access to her and her baby, her newborn baby. She would not have gave them access, right? That's what we need to stop doing. We need to stop giving these people access because they cannot be trusted. And even the white bitch that got on after saying, oh yeah, that was messed up, this and that, her license needs to be revoked. Fuck you too, bitch, because you're part of their species. Y'all cannot be trusted. That's how we have to move on this planet. So for my black people, that's how we have to move. Real military on some gang shit. We are a gang. We're a neuromelanated, carbonated gang, bro. We came down to this planet all together and to experience different experiences. You know what I'm saying? We need to start moving like that. Don't trust these motherfuckers, bro. You can't trust their species. None of them. Especially not the white women or the women of them. Because they're sneaky as fuck. Black women probably be like, I wouldn't do no shit like that. I can't imagine Sarah or Sandra doing that shit because you have a soul in your body, baby. You have a soul. You see? So you're not going to vibrate on that frequency because you have a soul. So you can't imagine. I can't imagine somebody violating a little innocent baby, a child. I can't imagine that shit because I have a soul. I wouldn't do that shit. That doesn't mean that it's not happening, right? A lot of black women feel like, oh, I can't imagine such and such doing this and that because you have a soul. You would never do that shit. So you can't even fathom to imagine somebody doing that shit because you have a soul. They don't have a fucking soul. They're not able to reach the level. They're not, excuse me, y'all. They are not able to reach the levels that we are able to reach with our genetics spiritually, right? We can vibrate high, we can be at peace, etc. These people do not have a soul, right? And I'm not going to make this video too much longer because I'm just regurgitating what I said. I'm just repeating it. But it needs to be repeated. It needs to be shared to our people. We need to bring awareness to these beings. More and more people are starting to awaken. You know what I'm saying? And once we awaken, we will see that the world is the way it is because of the species. You know what I'm saying? And our beef, to my black people, our beef is not with their species, with these people that we see. That's not our beef, bro. Our beef is not with them. Our beef is with their creator. These are just vessels. They're just vessels to cause this low vibrational energy. You have to raise your frequency and realize your beef is not with the white man, the white woman. Your beef is with the motherfuckers that created these beings and put them on this planet, right? And that's manipulating all of this information, etc.
Dallas Regional Medical Hospital, Mesquite, Texas. Everybody needs to share this video. Black women are not treated fairly. Black women are not treated equally. This is insane and inhumane, and it must stop.
These motherfuckers have multiple different animals' genetics mixed in. An ant has a soul. A white woman, a Mexican woman, they don't have a soul. They have a spirit, right? They have a spirit. They don't have a soul. You know what I'm saying? These beings are completely different from us. They see the world differently from us. Their taste buds are different from us. They taste food different from us. They smell smells different from us. We don't know how blue the sky is in a white woman's eyes. That shit may be like gray a little bit, right? We look at the sky, that motherfucker vivid blue. We don't know how these beings see their different species than us. We don't know how life is throughout their eyes. You know what I'm saying? We have to know this shit. We have to constantly bring awareness to the fact that, not even to the fact that they're different species, but any little bullshit that you see them doing, if you got to make a video and commentate on this shit, do that shit so we can bring awareness to our people.
She got 3
So
pregnancies,
you be like, okay, if I got a white
2
doctor,
babies
let me
at
try to
home.
get a black doctor, or let me try to, let me try to feel this lady's energy out before I go in there about to have a baby and give birth.
Y'all listen next
You know what I'm
time.
saying? We have to start, can't just be so trusting with these people. Oh yeah, it's okay. We got a white doctor, a white nurse. We have to stop feeling like that. It's times I even be telling myself, hey, I want to go to a white area so I get some more customers. We got to get out of that. Making it seem like these motherfuckers are better than. You know what I'm saying? Fuck going to a white area to get customers. I go to a black area and get customers. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be, oh yeah, because that's making it seem like white people are better than. They're not better than. They have been placed in position to try to destroy us and cause destruction. Because that's what their species is going to do, and their creator knew that. And their creator knew if we create this species with these genetic traits, with these behavioral traits, etc., with these ways about them, they will cause a lot of this low vibrational energy. We can feed off of that. And that's what they do. They feed off of that energy, right? These beings that created this species, these Alpha Draconian, these reptilians, and even some of these Anunnakis that created these beings, bro. Some of our own people created these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Some of our own species created these motherfuckers in a different timeline to do what the fuck they're doing right now, right? And we have to just bring awareness to this shit. They're different species. This is why they are here. This is why they were created. You know what I'm saying? This is why they're here. This is why they are created. This is why they were created. Right? So I ain't gonna make this shit too much longer. I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. I love all my black people. If you going through some shit on this planet, no matter what, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it. You have to hold on to your energy. Hold on to your sexual energy. If you got to make some changes in your life, I'm trying to make some changes in my life too so I can get out this situation. You know what I'm saying? If you got to make some changes in your life, do what you got to do. But if you're black on this planet, do not worry. Anything you're going through, you will get through that shit as long as you have your frequency high and you have positive intent. But right now, what I want to tell y'all is to protect your energy from this species. Do not give them access to you or your family, etc. I know it's hard to do or hard to say when they're teachers, doctors, etc. But you have to know that they are different species. Once you drill it in your head that they are different species, I know these motherfuckers are different species. So if a cop walks up to me or some shit like that, I'm looking at this motherfucker like, you're an animal with consciousness in a mind, in a body. You got animal genetics. I'm not going to go and crash trying to be like, yeah, fuck you, animal DNA. But I know these motherfuckers are different species. I don't have no respect for their species. You know what I'm saying? Once you know that they're different species, you'll stop looking at them like, oh, white people, this and that, oh, this and that. You'll see that they're different fucking species. You'll look at them for what they are, right? And once you start moving like that, they'll start looking at you for what you are. Because if you think in your head, I'm a god, I'm a goddess, I'm not no human being. I'm not the same species as a white woman or a white man or a Mexican man or a Mexican woman. I'm not the same as these motherfuckers. And you start carrying that energy, you start believing that, it starts manifesting in your life. And you start looking at these motherfuckers like they're different fucking species. You start seeing the animals that they are genetically modified with, right? You have to know this shit. These beings are not to be trusted, bro. They are a different species. I'm going to keep on saying it. They're different species, right? I made a video talking about the Siberian Husky and the Timberwolf analogy. This is a analogy that I came up with on my own, right? And an analogy is a comparison of two things, right? So in my analogy that I came up with is the analogy between the Siberian Husky and the Timberwolf. The comparison of these two species that look very similar, but they are different species due to their genetics, right? That could be also compared to black people, the organic species, and everybody the fuck else, the inorganic species. We look very similar, but we are different because of our genetics, right? So therefore, we need to be separated because you don't see no Timberwolves in a fucking house getting fed pedigree. They outside in nature, they hunting. You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to be. We don't need to be in these cities around this species. It's going to keep us vibrating at this frequency. We don't need to be trusting these beings with our funeral plannings, our weddings, none of this shit, bro. These laws, fuck all of this shit. Because if we were going by nature's law on this planet, black people will be in charge of all of this shit because we have the superior genetics. But unfortunately, we are living in hell. This is the devil's playground. And these beings were created to do just what the fuck they're doing. You can't trust none of these motherfuckers. Even if it's a white lady, like, oh yeah, that was messed up, that was wrong. Fuck her too. Respectfully. I'm not telling you to vibrate low, but you can't trust these beings. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust them, bro. You can't. You have to be on some shit like, be on some cool shit. Don't be like, oh, I can't trust you. Fuck you. Fuck white people. This and that. But just know in the not even in the back of your mind, on the side of your shit. Just know on the side of your mind, you cannot trust these beings. You can't. And once you move like this, they won't be able to have access to you. I'm not letting nobody cook my food. I'm not letting them prepare my food. I'm not letting them be in charge of my income, etc. I'm not letting them do none of that shit. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And when I do start a family, I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers birth my child. If I gotta get down there and put a baby on my goddamn, so I'll do that. I'm not gonna have no white woman, no white man giving birth to my helping my wife give birth and something happens to my wife. You can't trust their species. Right? And most of these motherfuckers in the medical field are not even real people, bro. You wonder why kids be going missing? How the fuck do kids go missing out of a hospital? How do kids go missing out of a hospital? Right? What the fuck? You gotta understand. People that are child abductors, child predators, child molesters, serial killers, etc., they're gonna work where they have access to these kids. They're gonna work where they have access to these kids. This was a movie called this just a movie, and this just I ain't gonna say they put this shit in the movies, right? It was a movie. It's recent. It's on HBO Max. It just came out recently. It's called Bring Her Back, right? It's this white lady. She worked in the motherfucking medical field, or she worked with kids, and she ended up adopting some kids because her daughter drowned in the pool or some shit, right? So she ended up adopting some kids, and she was trying to kill the kid and do a ritual with the fucking kid so she can bring her daughter back through the vessel of the kid that she adopted through one of the foster kids. It's just a movie, right? But this just saying, like, people that have access to kids and all that, they are the ones that do the most evil. If you want to abduct kids and all that shit, and you want to take kids and put them in sex trafficking and all that shit, you're probably going to work for CPS or somewhere where there's a lot of kids going back and forth, right? Right? You're not going to be no regular motherfucker because you're not going to have no access. You're not going to have no access to the child, to be alone with the child, to make the child, oh, the child disappeared. You're not going to have no access like that if you're a regular person. So these people that are the species that has these evil intentions, they get jobs like nurses, doctors, surgeons and shit, etc. So they can do the shit accidentally and kill our fucking people, etc. Put us through bullshit, put us through pain, right? Just like these gang stalkers go around doing shit on accident, shit that's going to make you vibrate low. But they're doing it on purpose, really. But they're trying to make it seem like it's an accident. They'll kill you on the fucking medical, on the doctor's table, and be like, "Oh, it was an accident." You know what I'm saying? Oh, she died from birth complications. Whole time they fucking killed her. They're different species, and a lot of these motherfuckers that we see, that you think is a white woman, a white man, a Mexican woman, a Mexican man, except these are fucking reptilians. You know what I'm saying? And how you know if it's raining outside or if it's nighttime, why the fuck does a motherfucker have some shades on? Right? Pay attention to that shit. You got reptilians walking around all type of shit. I ain't gonna change the topic of this video because I don't want nobody to click on this video on a certain frequency that's not on my frequency yet, and I get to talk about some reptilians and they think a nigga crazy. I want y'all to just grasp this message of what's going on, what happened to this lady in the doctor's office, right? Trying to give birth. Just grasp that message for now. And then as you raise in frequency, I can talk to y'all about these reptilians, etc. You know what I'm saying? These reptiles, right? So I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency, man. The purpose of me making this is just to bring awareness to, I'm going to just start bringing awareness. Anything I see that they do that needs to be, because the news is not going to say nothing about a white woman not giving a black woman help. They're not going to say nothing about that shit. They're not. These motherfuckers are terrible, bro. And once we realize that they are different species, once all of our people realize they are different species, once enough of our people realize this shit, because they have something called morphic resonance, right? And that's where, say if it's 100 black people in a classroom, this is just an example, and it only works with the species. So it could work with the inorganic species or the organic species, right? But if, say, 15 to 20% of our people come into the realization that these people are different species, where they're not to be trusted, if a certain amount of our people were to come into this information and realize this and be on this frequency mentally, knowing that they cannot trust this species, automatically, bro, all of our people, all of our species all over the planet will automatically know this. That's morphic resonance. That's why they keep us divided, distracted, etc. Right? Just like when a bunch of fishes and all that shit are flying or are going from one place to the next place after hibernation or before hibernation, they don't have to sit down and say, okay, we're gonna swim like this. Everybody stay at least an inch away from each other so we don't crash. A certain amount of the fishes know that shit, and then the rest of them catch on because of morphic resonance. So instead of the fishes having to tell the other fishes, like, okay, we're going to swim in this single fall line, and we're going to turn right here, we're going to turn right there, a certain amount of them already know that. So it pours over to the remaining amount of the species, the remaining amount of the fish. So when they're doing their shit, going from this place to this place, they don't have to, they're not getting lost, they're not bumping into each other, etc. They're just all on the same resonation, they're all on the same frequency, right? Same thing with birds, etc. When they're going from one place to the next place, they're not crashing into each other, all this shit, they're flying perfectly spaced apart from each other, they're getting to their destination without crashing into each other, they're landing perfect, right? Because the morphic resonance, they're all on the same frequency. Right? It's not like the leader of the birds was like, okay, we're all going to fly like this. A certain amount of the birds knew we're going to fly like this. We're going to be this spaced apart from each other. And then the rest of them caught on to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that resonated, that frequency morphed and it resonated with all of them, right? Morphic resonant, it's different definitions of the shit. But it's when your frequencies morph and they resonate, everybody resonates all on the same frequency. It's only with the species. It can't be like, okay, it's 10 black people, it's 10 white people, it's a couple Mexicans, a couple Asians, and we get to try to spread some information, and we all know it's with the species. Because us black people, we're a different species than everybody else. We have certain codes and memories in our neuromelanin, our genetics. So once we get to waking up and get to remembering, all of us are going to wake up and remember because we all have these codes in our genetics, our neuromelanin, right? So that's why they do so much to keep us divided, etc. Because once we awaken, and it doesn't have to be all of us, it just has to be a certain amount of us. Once a certain amount of us awakens, this whole system is going to be fucking destroyed, right? Because this whole system was set up to destroy black people, set up on the destruction and the murders, all the shit of our people, right? Right? So once a certain amount of us comes into this information, everybody's going to automatically know this shit. Morphic resonance. That's why I'm just spreading a little, just telling y'all we're different species. We're different species, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that everybody do their part. Each one teach one. This is how we grow. Everybody do their part. If you see something, say something. Make a video. You ain't got to show your face if you don't feel comfortable showing your face. And bring awareness to their species so more of our people can wake up. Even when you out and about, you see somebody black, bring awareness to them. I be seeing black people out and about, be like, damn, bro, see, like black people the only motherfuckers pay attention. Just to plant a seed. Just to plant a seed. Because if I be like, yeah, because you have to understand, right? A lot of black people are under the spells and all this shit with the ego and the pride and all this shit, right? So you might walk up to somebody black and be like, and all the spells and all this shit is because they're inorganic species. So you may walk up to somebody black and be like, yeah, you know, this and that, we're different species. Try to spread all this knowledge and information, and they'll feel like you trying to shit on them. Like what you think, you smarter than me or something? That's why you got to just plant a seed. Just plant a seed. Like, damn, bro, did you, like, shit, we ain't even supposed to eat that. Like, did you know black people got different genetics? I already know this shit. I already know all this shit. I could talk to you for hours and just pick your mind, tell you all type of shit. But instead of me doing that and you think I'm just trying to make it seem like I know some shit, I'll just be like, damn, bro, did you know that black people got a different genetics than them? Like, you know, we're not even supposed to be eating meat. And then you may hear that shit and go research some shit, and then you start knowing all this other shit. And then you have your awakening. That was part of my awakening, realizing that black people are not supposed to eat meat because we have a colder hydrochloric acid in our stomach. It's only hot enough to break down fruits and vegetables, and only some vegetables at that. But the inorganic species, they have a hot-ass hydrochloric acid. That's why they can eat meat, and it breaks it down without them getting diabetes and high blood pressure, because they're different species, right? They're different species. And once we are aware of this shit like this will not happen no more, because we'll be aware there are different species than us, right? So I can make this video too long because I do want to edit this video on my Splice app. I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. I love each and every one of my black people, even if you are vibrating low. Even if you're vibrating low, I understand why you at that vibration, because we got these people on this planet, right? We got these people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And they are, unfortunately, in control of what we consume. What we consume being via entertainment, via music, via food, via healthcare, via education. They are in control of this shit. And they don't have no soul. So once we realize this shit, we can gain back our power, bro, and be living on this planet how it's supposed to be. Not how the devil wants this shit. Because this is a simulation that we live in and going to work on. That's a simulation that was placed on this planet. And the planet is a being that is alive, that feels all of this negative energy that's on here because of these fucking creatures, this species. Don't trust these beings. I'm not going to make this video too much longer. Do not trust their species. Even if you can agree with another white woman or a Mexican and y'all can both come to the conclusion that some shit was fucked up, still do not trust their species. You ain't got to crash out, be like, no, I don't trust you, this and that. But know in your head, you cannot trust these motherfuckers, bro. You can't trust them. They're not to be trusted. Mexicans, white people, none of these motherfuckers are to be trusted, especially the women, because the women are more sneaky and manipulative, right? The women are more sneaky and manipulative. A white woman, a Mexican woman, an Asian woman, they're going to be more sneaky, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of black women be like, oh, I would never do no shit like that. I know you would never do no shit like that, baby, because you got a soul. These motherfuckers don't have a soul. You know what I'm saying? You probably think, I'll never fucking put no kids in no basement or adopt no foster kids and be molested and having sex with them. Me and my, I ain't even say that, but it was a homosexual couple fucking adopted some foster kids and they was raping the kids. Black people wouldn't even be able to fathom to imagine, they couldn't even imagine no shit like that because we would never even do no shit. So we would think like, why would somebody even do that shit? Because we think we're all the same. Once you know that they don't have a soul, you know that they're different, you'll be like, they would do some shit like that because they're different species. They don't have a soul, right? And they're just hoping that we just never wake up and we just live our whole life thinking that we're all the same. They think that we're the fucking same. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna make this shit too much longer. This is for my black people, man. We have to protect ourselves around their species. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust them. I made a video on live yesterday saying 5 things you can do to protect your energy, etc., around their species and why it's important because they lower your vibration and stop your manifestation process. Because we can manifest, we got neuromelanin. The shit on our skin that makes us black on this planet, it's called neuromelanin. It's in our brain too, and it gives us the ability to manifest when we're at a certain frequency. And we can't manifest when we're at a low frequency, and these beings are created to keep us at a low frequency with their bullshit, their behavior on a daily basis. And when you are aware of that shit, you also have gang stalkers going around replicating, like say for instance, if I go around stepping on people's shoes because I'm just not paying attention, I'm unconscious, I'm not paying attention, right? It's an accident though, right? Then you have people that will pay people, okay, I'm gonna pay you to go around and step on people's shoes because, and just to go fuck with them, right? This is what they do. This is their species. These motherfuckers are disgusting, bro. It's their species. So we have to be aware that even the government, all this shit, they're just vessels. They're just puppets, right? They're just puppets. You know what I'm saying? Like the law enforcement, they're puppets for the motherfuckers making the laws, bro. And the motherfuckers that are making the laws are puppets for these beings that feed off a certain energy. So certain laws that are being made come with a certain energy. Or raising the price on the food. Now motherfuckers like, damn, this and that, they stressed out. That's an energy that you're going to be giving off your aura that can be fed off of in the spiritual realm by these beings that created these beings. By this entity that created the inorganic species. White people, Asians, Mexicans, all of these people that get burned by the natural sun. They are not to be trusted, bro. They are not to be trusted. I love each and every one of my black people. I hope all y'all are vibrating at a high frequency, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Dallas Regional Medical Hospital, Mesquite, Texas. Everybody needs to share this video. Black women are not treated fairly. Black women are not treated equally. This is insane and inhumane, and it must stop.
This is your 3rd pregnancy?
Yes!
You have 2 babies
It's
at
in
home?
my ass!
You have 2 babies at home? Who's your doctor?
Lang is her doctor. Y'all treat all your patients like this or just the black ones?
There was a first time patient for you. My last name is Jones. She's G3B2. I'm not sure when her due date is.
Her due
I
date is
just
the
said
10th.
it was the 10th.
I think her due date is the 10th.
She got 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home. I bet y'all listen next time. When you found out you was delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Oh!